Well, you guys have been waiting for me to get pissed off in a video. Merry freaking Christmas. Today's finally the day you guys get to see me mad in video. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's having a great day today. So, this video was originally a faux pro video in my truck, driving around, talking about the new exhaust and all of that good stuff. Talking about how much I really like it now, when I didn't like it at first. Talking about all the cool stuff that I can do with it now, and just the state in general. A lot has happened since then, and I think you guys are going to enjoy this. So, I've been a part of this Facebook group, the Ford Explorer Sport Track Owners, since 2016, the day, like about 2 days after I got my truck. This was one of the first things I looked for when I first got my truck, was an owners group I could be a part of on Facebook. A lot of cars have groups like this. Hayden has been a part of an S2000s group and a Genesis owners group in the state of Georgia, with both of those cars. I think Michael is also a part of some Mazda groups, and I know Michael has his head in with some Dodge groups. So, groups like these are pretty normal to find on social media when you own a specific car. I've never had too many issues out of them. I will go into the issues I have had here in a moment. In particular, last night I posted a couple of clips of the exhaust up on the owners group. I was very prideful and very happy and very excited to get to share my new exhaust setup with all the other Sport Track owners, especially considering the really great response I've had from you guys here in the Roast Tires family here on YouTube. And I'll get into everything here in a moment, but pretty much as of today, I'm taking back every single recommendation I've ever made to join that Facebook group. Pretty much at this point, I am considering making my own Facebook group for Sport Track owners that is meant to directly compete against it, due to the fact that I'm very disappointed in what I had to deal with last night and this morning. I actually literally filmed a video yesterday for today, because I'm filming this on Friday morning. I literally just woke up about 30 minutes ago, and I came in here and sat down and started recording. So I apologize if I look like crap right now. And I just don't know what else to say. I'm very disappointed. I'm very frustrated. And I'll get into everything here in a second. So let's wind the clock. Let's rewind a little bit, a couple of years back to 2018. My truck was in a bad spot. It was misfiring like crazy, and I couldn't figure it out. I had just replaced the spark plugs on my truck because that was my very first idea. I was talking to my dad, and we were like, well, the spark plugs probably haven't been replaced on this thing in quite a long time. Boy, was I right. We found out that 5 of them had been replaced at least maybe a couple years, like about 3 or 4 years prior. But one of these spark plugs in particular was a Motorcraft plug from 2003 with a 0.9 gap. These trucks have a 0.54 gap as what the spark plugs need to be at stock. So obviously something's not right. So I went to the owners group and posted about this. I posted a picture of the offending spark plug, how fouled out it was, and how completely shot it was. A 0.9 gap, guys. That's a huge, huge gap. No car should be running at that kind of gap. So, what happened next was the first of my many of issues that I've had with this group over the last couple of years. I was immediately burned by one of the admins of the group over the fact that I had said the previous owner had left it in. I didn't say the previous owner did the work, and he was the one who explicitly decided, I'm not going to replace the last spark plug, screw that. This could have been a dealership, this could have been him. I didn't explicitly come after any sort of individual parties. I just posted that it was left in by the previous owner under his watch. It was his truck, it was under his watch. I got flamed by one of the admins of the page over this. I got flamed by numerous other people. Why are you talking about the previous owner like that? I don't give a crap about what the previous owner did to the truck. He didn't take care of it. I've taken care of it the last 4 years. And I deleted the post, issued a freaking half-assed apology on the page because I thought I was in the right. I still believe to this day that I was in the right to talk about the fact that the previous owner left in a spark plug with a 0.9 gap. So, fast forward to last night. I posted 2 video clips of my new exhaust setup. The short tube headers with the X-pipe, as well as the MagnaFlow Race Series mufflers. Keep in mind, due to how you guys responded to it, which was fantastic, and I can't thank you guys enough for the support you guys have given me on the last 2 videos where I've talked about this, I was very prideful. I'm very excited to show you guys, to show the other track owners on the Facebook group side of things, the exhaust setup. I was very, very excited to show it to them. And I got immediately absolutely fired on with hate, which was a huge shock. One person, who's actually a subscriber to the channel, keep in mind, who has a lifted, I believe he said it was an 04. I wish I could remember his name off the top of my head. Messaged me about the X-Pipe. And that's the one lone person that was cool on that entire post. Minus my good friend down south in Florida, Tony Crossman, who's probably watching this. You're an awesome dude, by the way. Thanks for jumping in. It was just hate comments. I was really surprised. Sounds like a typical. I've got comments like sounds like a typical Ford 4.0. Sounds like give me one of my favorites. The one that really set me off and what inspired this video was give me a break. Sounds like a 4-cylinder with a shot muffler. I've ridden in a 4-cylinder with a rough muffler, and the guy who owns it even says he didn't like how it sounds. And I'll tell you what, that's not a 4-cylinder with a bad muffler. That is a fully done exhaust. That's what all 4.0s sound like when you take the muffler off or do a very small muffler that is going to be loud. That's just the Sport Track for you. Anyone who thinks otherwise is stupid. I'm just going there. I'm literally going there. The guy with the 3.7 swap also responded to this. He didn't really say much. He just posted a video of his truck, so I'm not throwing him under the bus on this one either. He's clear. But there was also people reacting to it, which apparently the woman who did this is a huge issue in the group anyway, because she reacts to a lot of people's posts. Tony himself, Tony Crossman, posted a picture of his truck with blacked out bumpers that he did himself, and the chick was all over him over it. So here's my thing. A lot of the guys that are coming in here and shoehorning all of this hate. Oh, by the way, there's another one too that just popped up this morning that I saw. That it was supporting the other guy who was hating on the truck because it sounds like rice. Here's the dang thing. I designed that exhaust on purpose to sound like a V6. I literally said in a video about a month ago that I was getting rid of the Flowmaster over the point that I don't want to try to make my V6 truck V6 to sound like a V8. That's not possible. No one can do it. You cannot make a V6 sound like a V8, no matter how freaking hard you try. And that's exactly why I ditched the Flowmaster. That part of my life was over. Trying to act like some kid who had a V8 Sport Track when it was a V6 was out of me. I was done. So I ditched the Flowmaster, went to my current exhaust setup, and that's the point. Sounds like a typical 4.0. That's the freaking point. I wanted it to sound like a Ford 4-liter. I wanted it to sound like the engine that's inside of it. Sounds like rice. The Genesis Coupe was my basis. So calling it rice, I guess, is kind of a compliment in this scenario because I succeeded what I wanted. I wanted it to sound as close to a Genesis Coupe that I could get out of a freaking truck. So, as of today, every video that I've ever recommended joining this Facebook owners group on, I take it back. If you're looking to get proper advice on a Sport Track, here are the new places I'm going to recommend. Exploreforum.com and sporttrack.org. While sporttrack.org is ran by the same admins from the Facebook group, you're more likely to find less assholes than you will find on the Facebook group. People that are hateful and toxic are not going to be easy to find on this website. What you are going to find are actual supportive people that are here to help you. You're going to post your projects, and they will not be like, that's freaking stupid, and you should quit. You're not going to get comments like that. And same with Explorer Forum. Explorer Forum is very broad because it does more than just Sport Tracks, but that means you'll get a broader idea. People will be like, yeah, this worked on my Gen 2. Gen 2 Explorers are the same as the Gen 1 Sport Track underneath. So a lot of parts are interchangeable between the two. I should know. I put a center console from a 2001 Explorer in mine. So all in all, I take back everything I ever said about the Facebook group. They're just a bunch of douchebags and a bunch of old coots that are purists that want to try to push down anyone who has anything different to say about the Sport Track and does anything different. Oh, one other thing I just remembered from a few months ago. One of the new members, which appears to be a really big problem, a lot of the new members joining the group are the toxic ones. I literally have been clear of toxicity in that group for about 3 years. Until that point. Earlier this year. where someone posted a poll on the group, which I might get a screenshot of just for this video, that was, what is the worst mod you can do to your truck? And of course, people can add to these polls. And obviously, lowering popped up. One guy commented on there and was like, hey, lowering's not that bad. I've really loved having my lowered truck. Because, fun fact, I'm not the only lowered Gen 1 in existence. And people were going after this dude. And I mean, like, people were talking about, oh, that's stupid. Everyone disagrees with you. You're freaking stupid. And I jumped in because I'm going to defend the guy, the only other guy in the owners group who's ballsy enough to lower their truck and post it on a group that's full of lifted trucks and pre-runners. So, that is just my experience with the owners group the last couple of weeks and months and years. I have not had the greatest experience with them. I've only still promoted them because it's the biggest group on Facebook for sport track owners and people that want to have at least an inkling of support on here. And I've changed my mind. I'm so done promoting these guys. If these guys are just going to be toxic, and I'm more disappointed than the admins of the group for allowing the hate to happen. That's probably the worst part about it, is that they're allowing the hate to happen. Now, like I was saying earlier, not everyone who's in the group is a douche. Monday86 is in the group. I've never once had an issue with him, ever, whether it be on YouTube or on Facebook. He's a cool guy and deserves all the support he can get on his channel because he is not a douchebag. He's not a purist. He's the opposite of what I'm talking about in this video. So, a lot of people see him on there, so don't think I'm going after him. He's one of the exceptions to the people I'm talking about in this video. The subscriber that messaged me, I was trying to memorize your name before this, and I'm really sorry. I've just been so clouded up and mad in my head. Who messaged me with the lifted truck, believe it or not, who was complimenting my build on my Facebook Messenger and giving me ideas for an electric fan swap. That guy, you're cool. You're the only guy who was giving me any sort of support on that page, on that post, minus Tony later on. So, y'all are cool people. Y'all don't have anything to worry about with me getting all mad like this. But every recommendation that I've ever made towards the Sport Track Owners group on Facebook, I take it back. Do not join that group unless you want to be hammered for doing something different than what a purist would do, which is keep the dang thing stock and only use Motorcraft parts. End of story. So, with me trying to calm down and not be so pissed off, let's get into the actual part of today's video, which is the monthly update. So, the state of Georgia has announced a shelter-in-place order, which, in case you guys don't know, a lot of people have been calling it the lockdown. So technically, Georgia, as of 6 p.m. today, will be going on lockdown. So, what does that mean? Obviously, it's going to be a hard time here making content because now I'm going to have to figure out stuff to do at home because we're going to be pretty much on lockdown for about 10 days. Which I know is not as long as a lot of other states. A lot of other states are doing this a lot longer than we are. But the whole moral of the story is that we're going on lockdown, and I'm going to need you guys' help for content for the channel. Because obviously, I can't go out and film car stuff without driving, and they're taking this seriously. So, allegedly taking this seriously. A lot of states say they're taking this seriously, and they really don't give a crap. I know Delaware is ridiculous right now because of its proximity to New York, but Georgia doesn't really seem to be taking this very seriously. So, obviously, filming car stuff is going to be quite a pain during this time. So I will keep you guys updated, and I want you guys to, in the comments of this video, give me any sort of ideas that you guys have for content that I should make while we're on lockdown for the next 10 days. Anything goes. Obviously, I can't race because I don't like racing anyway, and the fact that we're in lockdown doesn't help. But obviously, I can talk about cars for you guys the best I can. We can turn the live stream I did about a week ago, reviewing your cars live, into a video series where I can review some of you guys' cars for the channel. I tried not to do it as a video series because numerous other channels are doing stuff like this now. But I kind of wanted to keep it as kind of a live-only thing, but I can do that for you guys due to the circumstances we're in. I can post a Q&A setup. We could do a Q&A series, whatever you guys want me to do. I can do my best to do for you guys. This sucks as well for the photography side of things. I've been trying to dive into doing photography of my own cars, photography of my friends' cars, and now we can't really go shoot anywhere. And that's been an issue the last couple weeks because they closed all the parks down in my area. So, like I said, if you guys have any sort of ideas for content to make while we're on lockdown, please in the comments below go and tell me everything that I should be able to do for you guys. I could talk about inflation on the C8 because that's become a problem. I did a video very similar to this on the GT500 when it dropped. So I can easily, come to you guys with videos like that. So On that end, that's that. Let's go to the truck. The focus of what was my big rant earlier. The truck is doing great. We did fix the check engine light issue, so now I will completely pass emissions on this setup, which is fantastic. Michael came in clutch with some ideas of his. And no more leaks. It runs fantastic. It sounds very good. Regardless of what these old coots on Facebook say, the truck sounds fantastic to me, and that's kind of, all that matters, right? And everything just seems to be going great. I'm happy with the exhaust. I haven't had any issues out of it yet. It's a little rattly, but that's because of just, or not rattly, it's more just very vibration heavy. It vibrates a lot of the truck now. But I really like how it sounds. It moves out really well. I feel like I've gained at least like a couple of pound-feet of torque. Probably not any power though. Because there's still a lot of restriction in there. I mean, it's still 2 1/4 inch piping. It's still got cats, so obviously it's going to have a tiny bit of restriction. Shoot, I don't really know where to go from there. This whole Facebook issue's got my head all over the place. But yeah, I've really enjoyed the exhaust. I talked about it at length in my original cut for this video. That was a FoPro video. That I really have enjoyed the exhaust. It went from something that I really kind of didn't like to something that I've really enjoyed now. And I'm a huge fan of it, and it's grown on me a lot. Even with the volume issues, even with it being rather loud, it's become something that I've really liked. So I like it more than the Flowmaster. A lot of people agree that it's better than the Flowmaster setup was. Even Hayden, who is a very big stickler on exhausts, really likes it. So that says something, right? I think in terms of what I wanted out of the setup, I wanted it to sound more like a V6 than trying to sound like a V8, and I succeeded. Obviously, people are pointing that out. Sure, the volume was a little high and the rasp was a little much, but it's what I wanted. This is literally the setup it was literally my dream setup personified. So, that's really all I can say about the truck right now, because my head's just not in the right place for it right now. I'm still very upset and angry, so that's going to make it a little hard to talk about that at length. Finally, I guess to close out this video, we'll go with RT2. RT2, if you guys don't know, is my gaming and tech channel where I talk about computers, like the one behind me, and video games and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to try to get into uploading a little bit more on that channel. I actually filmed a video about a week ago on why I game on this tower right here, so if you guys want to see that video, go check that out on RT2. I'll be uploading there probably a little bit more now that we're on state lockdown and I can't do a lot of car stuff. I can do a lot of gaming stuff, and that's kind of what I'm going to do while we're on lockdown, is play a lot of video games. So, well, that said, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe for more content coming soon. Well, even though it's going to kind of suck since we're on lockdown. So all of you guys out there in the Roast Tires family that are out there probably watching this and are probably, a little upset that I didn't mention it. I want to thank all of you for the support, because you guys are the exact opposite of what I was talking about earlier in this video and going on that rant about. You guys are awesome. I can't thank you guys enough for the support. We're nearing 900 subscribers, which is just crazy to me. I'm really excited for that. So you guys are awesome. Keep up just all the support, guys. I really appreciated it over the years. Obviously you guys like this exhaust where other people don't. And that's fine. People can hate it. I guess I'm more just annoyed that they felt so insecure enough to have to target me for it and come after me for it. So, well, that said, guys, I'm going to wrap things up here. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on Monday, hopefully in a much better mood than today, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, everyone. Stay safe out there.